Ryan,
Oh man, is it time for the interview already?
what are you doing here?
I'm just waking up, man. Give me a second. All right, let's do it.
You good?
Yeah,
Nice nap?
yeah, let's do it.
So, I'm here with, for those who don't know you, would you like to introduce yourself and what you do?
My name's Ryan Waste. I play Municipal Waste and bat.
If you haven't seen the sort of stuff that I do, me and my granddad go around to record shops and record fairs hunting for records, and it's kind of now evolved into a thing where I sort of meet musicians and people that I'm inspired by and just have
great.
fun with it. So,
I do the same thing, but my granddad's long gone, so that's cool. You still got him, man.
sorry to hear that.
It happens, man.
Been a fan for quite a long time. I think it was the Art of Partying album that just sort of blew me away. The heavy, groovy riffs.
Griffs, yeah.
Yeah,
Griffs.
yeah.
Yeah.
The heavy, groovy riffs, and I always wanted to come see you guys. I got a ticket, and unfortunately I wasn't so well, so I sat at the back and I was like, I need to come back. I need to get in that mosh pit.
What year was that?
That would have been like 21, 22, well, it could be actually maybe 23 actually, so not...
Your age.
No, 2023.
Oh, okay. Which was probably your age.
Well, yeah, just about that, yeah.
21 and 21.
Yeah. And then I came and saw you guys properly, Cannibal Corpse at the Roundhouse. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, that was great. I mean, that just happened.
Well, basically, yeah.
Fall, yeah.
And you guys just, it was the most crazy pit I've been a part of. I think Tony threw like a waste bin into the crowd, and
It's kind of our thing.
yeah, it was great. But anyway, I hear on the grapevine that you are a massive record collector, so I wanted to talk to you about that.
Yeah, we love, I mean, on the road, I get to go abroad and come to the UK. Some of my favorite bands are from the UK, you know, so I'm always hunting when I'm out, man.
Like who?
Like, I look for old new wave of British heavy metal stuff, like Witchfind, Titan, Tank.
Oh, nice.
Like, I mean, Satan. They're still making records. Good friends. Shout out to Satan. The band, not the guy.
Shout
But,
out to him too.
Yeah, why not? You know, he controls everything, so might as well stay good on his good side. So, yeah, man, I mean, I'm always looking for stuff. I got a lot. I have, if you look at my house, I have probably 3,000 records in
Holy
there.
crap.
You know, and I look for the singles. Like, singles are good for DJing. Like, I would DJ back home for about 10 years, getting back into it, and those transport really well. So the little 45s.
Yeah.
And if you have the album, it's cool to have the single. Like, I'll still look for all the Black Sabbath singles over here because they just pop up more, you know?
Oh yeah, of course, they're from here, I suppose. So just going back to the start, do you remember the album that first got you into music or collecting records?
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, I was a huge Judas Priest fan early on, and me and my older brother. And I think that's a great gateway band, you know, I think I actually got some of the earlier stuff first. I got Sad Wings of Destiny, and Tyrant, still my favorite Judas Priest song. And I went through the catalog after that, Sin After Sin, and of course, like, by the time Painkiller was out, we were getting it when it came out.
Yeah.
You know, we were just like pre-teens listening to that. And I was like, wow, this sounds like speed metal, you know. And
Well, it is, really.
But I still, you know, I love all the classic stuff. So speaking of like new wave or British heavy metal, I just took that kind of stuff, playing guitar, and sped it up, really, you know. So that's kind of where it comes
awesome.
from. Yeah. I mean, Tank and bands like that are still like an influence, you know.
Yeah. So, of course, we were just speaking on the bus. We're in a digital age now, and I don't know what it was like before that, but you do. And I'm asking, in a digital age like we are right now, why still collect records? Because it's much more expensive, it's not as convenient.
I can tell you why. You feel like you actually own it. It's a tangible thing. The artwork's big. I can put it on. I mean, the sound is better. You get all these like record nerds that say that it's about the sound quality. I mean, it is better. It's not portable. The only reason that digital is good is because I can take music on the road with me, you know, and stream it. But I feel like I don't have the song unless I own it on vinyl. I'm one of those people. I'll probably have it on cassette, vinyl, and CD even, if you remember those.
I
That's
did,
even before
I
your
did
time.
have CDs.
So, yeah.
Because I was born when
It was-
CDs were bigger and
Yeah,
vinyl
it was
wasn't
tape.
really a
It was
thing.
actually tapes first for me, and as I got a teenager, I went back into vinyl because it wasn't popular at all. And now it's back in a way, and you know, every band I do, we make sure we put it on vinyl. It's almost for us as much as it is for the audience, you know?
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. You know, I'm still a collector. I think it's therapeutic too. The one thing I will say is even if I'm not buying records, just flipping through records is therapeutic for me.
Yeah.
And I still find out about new bands that way, the old-fashioned way. Like if you see a record cover that jumps out at you, it's like, I'll take a chance on it, and that's the fun of it. And that's the fun of it.
Exactly how I do it
Especially
as
in a
well.
different country, you know, and you'll see different types of things. And all my favorite heavy metals from the UK and Europe,
Yeah.
you know. Of course, there's great stuff in the US, but you know.
Do you remember the best?
over here.
Do you remember the best album that you just bought off chance that you didn't know, and you put it on? You're like, holy crap! I'm so glad I picked that up.
So much weirdo stuff. Like probably some weird German, like this band Cannon, for example. This,
Okay.
No one talks about Cannon. I was like, well, that looks cool. I'll check it out. It's one of my favorite records now. So it's like just weirdo, obscure German stuff. It's like they usually stock the heavy metal selections. I'm like, well, that cover's good. That cover's good. You know, and that's just off the top of my head. I'm sure there's, you know, even common stuff that I didn't know back in the early '90s. I was like, oh, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it's always surprises.
So of course you're in two quite heavy thrashy bands.
Right.
Is it just heavy and thrashy bands that you like to collect?
No, man. I collect soundtrack stuff. Like like old horror is my favorite stuff, like Goblin. And,
Okay.
You know, I got to shout out Fabio Frizzi, who, you know, became a friend of mine. Like this old Italian composers did the intro for the Bat record and stuff. So I'm looking for like soundtrack stuff, like even like AOR, like soft rock stuff. You know, the stuff I grew up on that was on the radio in the '80s when I was a kid, and no one's looking for those records, so they're like $1 still. You know?
What?
Yeah, like Alan Parsons Project and stuff like that. You know?
That is cheap.
Like I listen to that stuff still, and like I play so much aggressive music that I find myself listening to more relaxed stuff like that, like ELO, Alan Parsons.
Sure, yeah.
You know, so I mean, I call those my dinner records. Like I have all my soft stuff downstairs and all my heavy stuff upstairs. Sometimes they cross paths, depending who I'm entertaining at my house. But
why is the heavy stuff up there? Just because
I have more of it, and it stays away from humidity. Like I got the cheapos downstairs. You know,
sure.
My house is like hot and cold. It's it's an old Virginia house.
That's bad for records.
But yeah, so I got my dinner records downstairs. It's really just because I can't fit them upstairs either.
Yeah.
You know, if I got to put 3,000 plus, I don't even really know. It's probably more than 3,000.
That's a lot of records.
Yeah.
So what is your most cherished record in your collection? I know that's like choosing a baby.
No, I mean, I can tell you a record I looked for a long time, and I have it now. I've had it for, the past, 7 years. It's this band Slander from UK, and there's an album called Careless Talk Costs Lives. It's a 500 press because it's 90. Like 90 is a tough time to find records, and it was really just all their demos on an LP, and it came out 500 pressed. I scored it in UK on a tour. I'm not gonna say how much. It's one of my favorite. It's a record that's a banger front to back. So Slander, Careless Talk Costs Lives. Check it out. It's definitely online. But I have one of the 500 of it.
Wow.
And it's like heavier. Like it's like 1990 is a weird year for music.
Yeah.
So it sounds like a new wave of British heavy metal band, but if the guitars were like chunkier. So fans of bands like Metallica, I think they liked Metallica, but it sounds a little more cult and lo-fi, so it's just demos.
Just demos?
It's demos, but on an LP. So that means to me, that makes it official.
So a cassette isn't official?
I mean, it means it's like a record. You're talking about a record. It's an album. It's If it's a cassette, it could be a demo, but it's a demo on an LP.
Okay, I understand. That leads me quite nicely into...
These are all the type of record questions that I'm sure we could go on and on.
I could stand here all day.
What justifies an album? Yeah. Let's just call it an album.
That leads me nicely into probably my second to last question. And what are a couple of hidden gems that Municipal Waste fans should listen to that perhaps they don't know about that you've discovered?
Of our own band?
No, just stuff that you've discovered, perhaps through taking a punt on it, or just stuff that's in your collection that you think people should know about.
Well, it's funny, everyone pigeonholes you as like, you play thrash, that's all you listen to. But I mean, I say get into the heavy metal and hard rock. Like I listen to like Eloy and like German progressive rock, songs that are like 15 minutes long that I could, lose myself in my bunk and just, or Alan Parsons, or I'll listen to Pink Floyd in my bunk, man. It's usually I'm just coming down off the tinnitus, You need something soothing in your bunk. So, I mean, I just tell people to branch out, It's like in your 20s, it's like speed. And I still play that stuff, and I get my aggression out in that, but then I want to chill the out when I get off stage. So, yeah, so, don't be afraid of the soft stuff. Your friends, don't worry about what they say. And the girls might like you more.
So my last question would be, if there is one, what is your sort of holy grail record that you've never seen or you've never managed to pick one up that you just want one? I know you said one that you did manage to pick up. Is there any left?
Yeah, I got that. And it's funny because I will just buy a reissue if it's like a $500 record. I can't justify that. So, I mean, if I rack my brain, I mean, we're talking European stuff. There's this band from Finland called Iron Cross, and they have a record called Bloodhounds, and I've never seen it in the wild. It's probably in Finland at some small record store, so Which I've even reached out to my friend who has a record store in Finland. I was like, if you ever come across Iron Cross Bloodhounds, grab it for me. I don't even want to know the price, let's just sort it out. It's a ripping record, you know, kind of speed, primitive, heavy metal stuff that I have a song called Bloodhounds and Bat, and I was like, well, no one knows this other Bloodhounds, so it's like, but maybe that'll lead me to getting it somehow. I don't know, something, you know, subliminal in my own head. Yeah, so if you guys got that, I'll take it, you know, find me. All you Finnish ragers out there.
Get in contact.
Yeah, find me.
Well, Ryan, thank you so much. Just before we finish up, I was going to ask, I've got an Art of Partying album with me, but I've left it in the bus. Would it be cool to get a picture and get that signed?
Let's do it, man. Let's go do it right now. It's
Thank you.
You found me by my cardboard box. Let's go somewhere nicer.
I'm glad I caught you before the show because you might have missed it.
Yeah, right on.
Here we go, on the tour bus.
Yeah, all right.
Please, may I get this signed?
I always hit it right in this glow in the stomach because it's lighter.
I should have brought a colourful pen, I think.
And just so you know, that's a legit signature. There it is on the pic, so I can replicate it pretty well. You can keep that too.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome,
I appreciate your time.
Of course, dude.
Nice
Yeah.
nice
You want to do a photo too?